Mr. Harris.
Hi,
It's such an honor for
Nestor.
me
How are
to
you?
speak to you. How are you doing?
I'm good.
From our respective voids
Yes, I
uh,
know. Exciting.
through
We're living
through
our
time
own.
and space.
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, congratulations for your amazing career and for this show. Talking about foundation, what has been your foundation as an actor? What were those works that really inspired you, that really made you the not just the performer,
Sure.
but
I
the
understand
person you are today?
I understand what you're asking. I was tremendously influenced, obviously, by my father. My father was tremendously influenced by Brando. So I I followed him down that path to study Brando. Richard Burton, Peter O'Toole, Gerard Depardieu, Vanessa Redgrave, Glenda Jackson, Catherine Deneuve. I mean, once you realize that you're interested in a subject and you want to be successful in that field, you learn, you start watching the people who have figured it out and try and figure out how they figured it out. So, yeah. But obviously, and my mother was an actress as well. So that's how she and my father met. So, but her interest was more towards theatre. So yeah, it's all tremendously important. Your first teachers are important. You know, my first acting teacher was somebody called Dick Allmiller at Duke University. I still remember things that he said, you know, lessons that he gave us, tips that he gave us. So yes. And there's some things that you learn in drama school that you didn't understand at the time, that 10 years later, that penny finally drops. You're like, that's what they were going on about. That's what that means. So it's a long, evolving process.
Fantastic. Like the show itself, you know, there are things that are going to be connecting many decades after, but everything is important.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that David's done fantastically well is he has really fully realized this world. It's a tremendous achievement in world building, if you like, and that's got to be the most difficult thing. And when you can tell that it's been in his mind, living in his imagination for a long time, because it is fully realized, and you start to feel different storylines start to reflect, and they're thematically they start to cross over. So it's a tremendous achievement. It's really ambitious. It's epic. It's visually spectacular and emotionally gripping, very moving.
Absolutely. For you as an actor, how was working on set? Did you have practical sets to help you realize the world? And what was the reaction when you got to see the final product?
Yeah, they decided that they wanted it to be as much as possible to be practical, so that we're on fully realized sets. When we went to 5 or 6 different countries, so the locations we were thrown right in the middle of where they were. What I've seen up to episode 8, and I mean, I'm just blown away by it. I'm blown away by the ambition of it. I'm blown away by the scale of it, and it's exciting. You know, it really is. All that stuff was on the page, and they've really committed to making sure that everything that was on the page is up there on the screen.
Talking about your character, he defines labels, but are there some kind of labels that you think that are fair? I mean, he says that he's not a revolutionary. You think that he's a reformist, he's a pragmatist, a hero? How would you define him?
I think that Hari Seldon is an enigma. And I think that one of the questions that we're playing with the audience is he involved in this for altruistic reasons, or is there some some personal glory attached to it? How connected to a giant ego is this character? I mean, someone who has been as successful as he is, And if you look at the scientists who made these giant breakthroughs, they have huge egos, those people. They know they're the smartest people in the room. They like being the smartest people in the room. One of the things that I mused on was, if you realize that nobody else was on that level with you, at some point you'd start to feel quite lonely and isolated. And that was one of the things that makes his relationship with Gail special, is because she is able to understand him and speak this language that no one else in the world speaks. Yes, is he a kind of a cult leader? He's a sort of cult leader. He's a political figure. He's, he has many labels, this character.
Talking about that relationship with Gail, how working with younger actors affect people with experience like you? Because we all assume that they are learning a lot from that experience. What do you get away from working, for example, with Lou?
Yeah, I mean, Lou's tremendously poised. She's a very, very, very smart, very grounded person, and tremendously positive, tremendously enthusiastic. And I don't think that one should give advice unless one is asked, because one has to respect the process that every actor has, But I could say that I don't think that I was as poised as at her age that she is. So I was impressed by her, And honestly, we learn from each other all the time. You watch choices that other actors are making, and you try and figure out how they did that, and it's a constantly evolving process. So I was deeply impressed by her, by Leah, by Alfie, obviously Laura, Terry, Lee, everybody.
Yeah, tremendous cast. Thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to see more from the show and more from you in the future.
Thank you so much. Bless you.
Okay. Bye.